What draws seekers from around the world to a quiet village in Andhra Pradesh? Today we're embarking on a sacred pilgrimage to the samadhi of Shivabalayogi, one of the most extraordinary and spiritually powerful yogis of the 20th century. Nestled in a land revered for thousands of years as a cradle of saints, siddhas, and rishis, this is the very place where Shivabalayogi was born, performed intense spiritual tapas, and attained the highest states of realization. His life was nothing short of remarkable, and his presence continues to inspire devotion, transformation, and deep inner awakening for countless people across the globe. Join me as we journey into the heart of his living legacy and explore the sacred ground where his spiritual light still shines. We start in the village of Adivarapupeta, a small, humble hamlet located just a few miles from the ancient shrine of Draksharama. It was right here that one of the greatest modern-day masters of meditation, Shivabalayogi, was born on January 24, 1935. Before he was the world-renowned yogi, he was a young boy named Sathyaraju. Standing here in front of the very house where he was born, you feel a profound simplicity of his beginnings. His family was poor, but they instilled in him a fierce sense of self-respect, teaching him that poverty was not a sin and that one must live honestly and independently. This is the very room where Sathyaraju was born. Today it remains not only as a house for living relatives, but as a shrine to him. As we walked out, suddenly a big beautiful bull appeared out of nowhere and casually walked in front of his house, an auspicious sign that Nandi is giving his blessings to proceed. Next, we travel to the nearby Godavari Canal, the very site where Satyaraju's worldly life ended and his divine life began. On the afternoon of August 7, 1949, everything changed. Sathyaraju had been swimming with friends in an irrigation canal of the Godavari River just outside the village. They found some palm fruit which they shared among themselves. Sathyaraju squeezed the sweet juice from his piece of fruit when he felt a vibration from the fruit in his hands. He was overcome by the cosmic sound of Om and saw a powerful light. Then he saw a huge black Shivalingam, and from the Shivalingam emerged a man. He was over 7 feet tall and beautifully proportioned. To Sathyaraju, the man looked like a powerful yogi with large, beautiful eyes. A bright light emanated from him, and all Sathyaraju could see was the yogi and the divine light. This divine yogi instructed the boy to sit, then touched him between the eyes. Sathyaraju immediately passed into samadhi, a state of blissful consciousness in which the mind is still and there is no awareness of the body or time. The other boys saw none of what was unfolding before Sathyaraju. The radiant yogi, the brilliant light, the celestial sound of Om remained completely beyond their perception. To them, nothing unusual had happened. All they could see was their energetic friend sitting motionless with his eyes closed, as though he were pretending to meditate. Naturally, they assumed he was putting on an act. They teased him and called out to him, hoping to provoke a reaction. When he remained still, they tried pulling his legs, poking him with sticks, and even striking him with their fists. Yet Sathyaraju was utterly absorbed in the state of divine bliss, unaware of his physical surroundings. His awareness remained fixed on the inner light and sacred sound. Frustrated by the lack of response, the boys smeared his body with sticky palm sap and mud. Still, he did not move. Then they lifted him up and placed him in the canal water, expecting him to jump up at any moment. But even then, he remained completely still, eyes closed and concentration unbroken. At last, the boys began to fear something was seriously wrong. Perhaps Sathyaraju was not pretending after all. Had something happened to him? Was he unconscious or worse? Afraid they might be blamed, they quickly washed the mud from his body and left him seated on the canal bank. They ran back to the village, breathless with alarm, to tell the elders that something strange and inexplicable had occurred. Sathyaraju remained in samadhi for almost the entire day and continued his meditation for days, then weeks, months, and years. Today there's a small shrine to Shivabalayogi to commemorate the very spot he first entered samadhi and started his tapas. For 8 years, he meditated in samadhi for 23 hours every day. He mastered the powers of each cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west. For another 4 years, he meditated at least 12 hours each day. There were periods when he remained in samadhi for weeks at a time. He became known as the Bala Yogi, or boy yogi of Adivarapupeta. By sitting in the same posture, his lower limbs almost got paralyzed, and Shiva had to appear to rejuvenate them and bring them into working order. Balayogi's hands were permanently disfigured from keeping them clasped together during meditation while completing 12 years of intense tapas starting at the age of 14. Lord Shiva offered to restore them as he did to his limbs, but Balayogi denied, choosing to keep them withered as an example and proof to the world. On August 7, 1961, his 12 years tapas was completed, and he emerged victorious as Shri Shivabalayogi. Shivabalayogi mentioned that he could not look directly in the eyes of anyone for some time after his tapas was completed because the fire from his eyes would literally burn people. This video was shot about a year and a half after he completed his tapas, and is the earliest video showing him looking directly into the camera. One can feel the grace and power behind his eyes. Wherever tapas is performed, that land becomes sacred. The spiritual power generated through penance remains concentrated here, transforming anyone who approaches it with a sincere heart. Making a pilgrimage to his temple was an amazing and exciting experience, as I have been practicing his meditation technique for many years after receiving initiation into it from one of his direct disciples. The village itself feels magical, and when you enter the property where Swamiji did his tapas, the vibrations become even more intense and blissful. We now enter the heart of the ashram, his Samadhi Temple. In our tradition, a yogi does not die. They drop the physical frame and remain present in their samadhi. Entering into a shrine was a dream come true, and his presence is palpable here. Closing the eyes and going within, it is clear that Swamiji's presence is here in full effect. 2 weeks before his Mahasamadhi, Shivabalayogi consecrated the foundation for the new temple to replace the original dhyana mandir. To date, the main celebration here is during Mahashivaratri, when devotees around India and the world gather, and thousands are fed blessed food and enjoy the festivities. Soon after Shivabalayogi completed his tapas, his devotees requested that this place be sanctified, that a permanent presence of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati be installed where he had attained realization. Swamiji agreed. In deep meditation, he saw a vision. A naturally formed Shiva Linga, radiant, beautiful, alive with divine energy. It was revealed that the sacred Linga rested beneath the waters of the Narmada River near Omkareshwar, the only place where a unique dense stone is found and revered as Swayambhu Linga of Shiva. A devotee named Narayan Das set out to find that Linga. He meditated at the very spot Swamiji indicated. 20 days passed, no vision, only increasing despair. But in the stillness of his disappointment, his mind quieted. He slipped into a deep meditation. Suddenly, a bright light emerged from within him, shining outward, guiding him. He opened his eyes and saw the light reflecting on a stone, jutting out from the river, shimmering in silver and gold. There it was, the very linga Swamiji had seen. With reverence and joy, he retrieved it. While the search for the linga was underway, the statue of Parvati Devi was being sculpted in Bangalore, specially commissioned for this sacred temple. Her installation took place just after the consecration of the linga in early 1963, shortly before Mahashivaratri. Swamiji named the linga Ardhanarishwara, the divine union of Shiva and Shakti. The face of Devi is absolutely beautiful and feels so lifelike. One can even see a whiteness in her eyes despite being made from black granite. Swamiji told devotees that the Ardhanarishwara Linga is a Jyoti Linga, a lingam of pure light, among the most revered in existence. At other times, he revealed an even deeper truth, that it was the Atma Linga itself, Shiva's own soul, the very same Atma Linga once given to Ravana. Swamiji encouraged people to meditate for 1 hour each day. His message was often summarized with the following words: "Know truth through meditation. Then you yourself will know who you are, your religion, your purpose in life, and your nature. Do not believe what others say and become a slave to religious prejudices. Meditation is your religion. Meditation is your purpose. Meditation is your path." Swamiji also committed that anyone, regardless of their chosen spiritual path, religion, or guru, if they practice his meditation technique for 1 hour every day, he will personally guarantee they will experience a state of samadhi in this very lifetime itself. Initiation is free and offered to anyone. My time in Adivarapupeta has come to a close, but the pilgrimage hasn't ended. Swamiji used to say that he is always with his devotees no matter where they are. Shivabalayogi's life reminds us that true transformation begins within. Through silence, discipline, and unwavering devotion, he showed the world that the divine is not distant, it is within each of us, waiting to awaken.